Today, if you have a child, if you know somebody that has a child, any parents, please tag them in this video. Guys, if DHS or Child Protective Services ever comes to your home to question you or ask you questions or try to enter your home, I want you to know that when you let them into your home, you give them jurisdiction. Keep their ass outside, okay? Now, that's number one. Number two, you guys think that they're coming because the teacher told them something or because the neighbor said something or somebody whispered something bad about your home and how you're raising your child. I have news for you. All of this shit is about business, okay? These agencies get 3.3 million per child. Yes, 3.3 million. Where's the money come from? 1.5 comes from the father's SQV trust. 1.5 comes from the mother's SQV trust. 300,000 comes from the government entitled D&E funds. Yep, right here. Go read it. Go look it up. Okay. Now, every agent gets a bonus of $40,000 every time they get a child outside of the home. This is about business. This is not about protecting children. And another thing, all of those 800,000 kids every year that are lost due to child trafficking and all this crazy shit, 640,000 of those kids were in foster care. How fucking ironic is that? No, they're doing business. This is the news I have for you. Number one, get them out of your houses. Number two, correct your damn status, and I'll see you in class.
Do you hear the price they got over our kids' head? Not only do we got to worry about our kids in the street, we also have to worry about our kids with the government too, because even though we feel that, I don't know when the last time the government actually helped somebody, but even though we feel that we've come to a point in life where we're safe and we can all move on as family and send our kids out into the world and watch them grow, no, that's not the way things go. Our kids are targeted by so many different lanes. And me being a person that comes from or has been a part of the system and being happy that I made it out due to situations like this. I remember growing up and getting a milk carton or getting the milk from the grocery store, and on the milk carton, every time you would turn that carton around, there was another missing child on the back of that carton. And I used to think to myself, I wonder how this kid got away from their parent. But sometimes they don't get away. They're stolen. They're stolen. I've also been a parent that's been in a situation where I thought, due to the factors of maybe a person that didn't like me or some things that I had going on with people, that someone decided to call into CPS, ACS, or whatever it's called in your situation, your city, town, or state. And this was the reason why these people was coming to knock on my door. So to hear that you don't actually have to be doing anything wrong. You can be minding your own business and get a knock on the door, and unexpectedly there's someone on the other side that you have to explain yourself to about the person that you love most, your child. Now, I'm not going to say there's not children inside of some homes that do need to be checked on, because there is some children that deal with some abuse and some type of mistreatment on the everyday basis. And for those children, I wish nothing but safety and protection. But imagine the kids that have been removed from the homes where their parent was doing nothing but their due diligence as a parent to make sure that this child was fine and well. And unbeknownst to you, one day the situation comes along and now your child is just snatched away, and you find yourself fighting for something that you shouldn't have never lost. And you can't wrap your mind around how you even ended up in a situation like this. And this is because of situations like this. There's all type of child trafficking going on. And by any means necessary that they can get my child, your child, or anybody else's child, they're going to do so. Because to you, that's your baby. That's somebody that you love. To them, that is a price tag. That is a product. And that's all that they see. This is a $1 billion business. And at the end of the day, the industry is only going up for the body for the body count. Obviously, when people just going missing and there's no explanation to it, a lot of times they'll deal with young girls and stuff like that, because then they put it out there as if, oh, maybe this young girl was just being fast and ran away, or the young boy, he got caught up in the streets and that's why he's no longer at. No! No, that does not always be the case. Sometimes these kids actually go missing with no trace, no reason, no explanation, and now we know why. We've had too many cases where people have come forward and told their story about either taking a child into some type of appointment and not leaving with their kid, or them getting that knock on the door. But I hope you listen to what this lady said in this video. You do not have to allow them in your home. Once you accept them in, now they have probable cause. As long as they don't have probable cause as known to you, you keep them in the hallway or outside your door. You are not forced to let them in, because now, like I said, once you let them in, they have probable cause for them, not for you. And they're going to make sure that they cause a problem or leave there with what it is that they came for, which is your kid. Now, thankfully, some women or some families and some parents that's been in a situation to where they've had their child put at risk, thank God they were able to put up some type of fight to have their child return to them. Because me, I couldn't put myself in a woman's position or a parent's position, mother or father, that has had to deal with the factors of someone removing their child from their home, and they did nothing to bring that natural situation on to themselves. Now, if you are a parent that is abusing your kid, then by all means, yes, your child should be removed from the home, but not removed from the home into some trafficking situation where now they become a dollar sign. That's no better than what they're already going through. And most times they prey on children that's in foster care because they feel like they have no one or no family that's going to care about them anyway. So what they do is they ship them around, move them around, and send them into unsafe situations, far as this body snatching, sex trafficking, all type of different things, because they feel they have no one that's going to come looking for these kids. And unfortunately, this is something that's been taking place for years. This is not something that just started. This is not something that just happened. This is something that's just being brung to the forefront, and it's been brung to the forefront before. But I, as a person, if I come across knowledge of something that I feel should be shared, I'm always going to share it with you guys. And I feel that this should be shared because too many of us got children out here that we are trying to protect, not only from the street, but from any and everything else that they got out there that's trying to beat us down. And this situation it's beating us down because a lot of people, a lot of homes are having children removed, never to return. Never to return. And they will tell you, listen, we're going to remove the child so you can have time to get yourself together. What am I getting myself together from, sir? From what, sir? I never knew I had an issue, sir. If you didn't come here and knock on my door, sir, ma'am, I would never know that there was a situation at hand, period. But now I have a situation. You are the situation. You're giving me a situation, and now I got a situation. And this is a very big situation to deal with when my child is what it is that I'm going to have to fight for when I didn't do anything to have to fight. I'm already fighting on an everyday basis to make sure that my child has the things that it needs. So for me now to have to fight for the child itself, that's a whole nother fight. That's an emotional fight. That's a mental fight. That's a physical fight. That's a personal fight. Because anyone that loves their child unconditionally is not going to be willing to just let their child go. They're going to do anything that they can tooth and nail to make sure that their child is back within their safekeeping. I know I would. Until the day my eyes close, it would be my undeniable mission to get my baby back. And that's what I would do. Listen, I don't know if y'all seen them in the movies when people, listen, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be honest. if it came to a point where I had to fight for my kids, somebody's going to have to give me some answers. And when I run out of answers, then somebody else gonna need some answers too. Because you're not gonna just come and take my baby away from me and I had nothing to do or I did nothing. Or you think I'm going to do nothing. That's not going to be the case, because if my babies is leaving, I would be leaving right behind them. Trust and believe it. And that's something that I stand on. But I'm happy I came across this information. I'm happy I was able to put this information out there to make you aware of the things that we're going or we're dealing with within our situations as a whole. This is not something that affects one person. This affects everybody that is a parent, just like me, just like you, or someone that you may know. So if you come across this video, make sure you share it so the word can get out there, because we got to protect our babies by any means necessary. This has been your girl Latte from Latte's World, and also known as Tay with the T, because you're going to keep getting it from me. And your girl is out.
It's T with Tay. Hit the like button, please don't play.